So let's bring in Ellie Kohanim, former Deputy Special Envoy to combat anti-Semitism. Ellie, welcome. So there's been a period of relative quiet in Israel. What do you think accounts for this sudden surge of violence we're seeing?
Jenna, we saw a historic summit in Israel on Sunday, the Negev Summit, which was an outgrowth of the Abraham Accords peace deals. We saw the foreign ministers of Egypt, of Morocco, of the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain for the first time gathered on Israeli soil, hosted by Israel's Foreign Minister Yair Lapid, and with the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken there as well. And I believe that these radical forces want to stop the progression of Israel's peace with these Sunni Arab states. They want to stop everything that Israel is accomplishing in advancing itself and being integrated into the Middle East, North Africa region. So that could be possible, part of the motivation. I would say also that what was not helpful was when Secretary of State Blinken met with Mahmoud Abbas, he issued a statement afterwards in which he seemed to be equivocating Israel's expansion of settlements and demolishment of illegal construction by Arabs in the West Bank area with the Palestinian Authorities pay-for-slay policy, which is that they pay terrorists after they commit terror attacks against Israelis, or they pay for their family members' expenses for many, many years after the terrorist commits an attack if he gets eliminated in the operation. And it's unfathomable to me how the United States Secretary of State could possibly try to equivocate and make equal these two very different things.
This week, the State Department announced a new religious coexistence working group between the U.S., Israel, and the UAE. It's meant to promote interfaith dialogue and counter intolerance and hatred. What does this do, or what does it mean for the region, Ellie?
Well, it's a wonderful development, and I have to tell you, the Emiratis have been at the forefront of creating a culture of coexistence in their country. When I was a deputy envoy and I went to visit on official travel to the United Arab Emirates, I met with Emirati officials and I learned about how they had revised their curricula and they had revised their textbooks to remove anti-Semitic materials, anti-Christian, and they have really changed the culture of the country where they really don't tolerate extremism and radicalism. So I think the Emiratis are the perfect partner for this, and obviously bringing Israel as a partner also is a wonderful move, and this is something that I am very happy to see the U.S. State Department achieve. The question I think for all of us is whether we can actually see the fruits of this kind of labor if at the same time the United States is refunding UNRWA, which has textbooks that it teaches Palestinian children that is teaching them incitement and hatred towards Jews. So what I would like to see is the United States have consistent policies.
All right, Ellie Kohanim, it's great to have you with us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.